Hi, everybody. This is Karen Palmer, and I am going to be talking to you this morning about our inner critic and how we can make peace with our inner critic, what our inner critic is, and also how we can connect with our inner child. I'm going to do a meditation with you that will help you to be able to make peace with your inner child and start to see what are some of the things that are holding you back in your own life. I'd like to share a little bit about myself. I haven't always been this successful, and I am truly living my dream life right now. I do a wonderful talk show that's called Living on Purpose TV, where I get to interview people who are living their life with purpose and passion, and it's wonderful to be able to do that. I'm also a conscious dog trainer, and I do teach teenage girls and also go to the schools to help to educate about environmental education, animal advocacy, mindfulness, and kindness with my nonprofit organization. But it wasn't always like that for me. I am a survivor of domestic abuse. From when I was 15 years old until I was 21 years old, I was very verbally, physically, and mentally abused. And most of the time that I had these things happening, I was not comfortable speaking about these issues. So I lived in silence for many, many years, and I was very much, I had a very hard time speaking up for myself and finding my voice. And now I feel that it's really important that I share what I learned along the way, because it's really important that we help each other and we encourage each other. And so let's just rewind and let me talk about how it came to be that I ended up having this experience. I believe in the law of attraction. I believe in the universal laws of the universe. And I believe that we are co-creators with the universe. I believe that the law of attraction was working even in those days when I was having such difficult times. You see, my belief at that point was that I deserved this. And when I changed my belief, then the outside circumstances began to change. But up until then, when I believed that I deserved it, I went to a very deep extreme of who I am not to remember who I really am. And that is something that I really hope to help you avoid having that happen, because it's so important that you have a support system in place and that people will help you to be the person that you came to be. And so like I said, that belief was what I was thinking. I deserved it. And I stayed in that relationship because I thought that that was what I deserved. I had grown up in my family where my parents didn't really love each other and they fought a lot. And that was what I thought relationships looked like. And so when I had the opportunity to start to think about my future, I just attracted a person who was very abusive to me. It was the signal that I was sending out. And now I understand because I can look back and I can forgive, and I've been able to heal so much of all of those experiences. But I wasn't able to for the time that I was in it. And so that's why I'm trying to share this, so authentically with you, because I know that there are people out there that are struggling. And I just want you to know you're not alone, and that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. There is a way for you to believe that you deserve better. And unfortunately, like I said, I went to the extreme. I was homeless. I was an addict. I lived out of my car with my dog. And that was how I learned at the time about the universal laws, the secrets of the universe. I was reading Think and Grow Rich at the time while I was living out of my car, and also a book by Louise Hay called You Can Heal Your Life. And I was seeing where the patterns had begun. I was seeing how powerful I really am, and how I could start to change the way that my life was, which made me feel so empowered and so excited about life, and made me feel like I could really do something with my life. So I started to map out as a deliberate creator, which I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that. Deliberate creation is when you set your intention and you make it very, very super clear what it is that you want. And you don't put any emphasis or any attention on what you don't want. Because we're always creating. We're either creating by a deliberate creation, or we're creating by default. And when we create by default, it's what we don't want is what we're putting most of our attention on. And wherever our focus goes, attention flows, and that's what we create. And so this is why I'm so passionate about helping, especially teenage girls, because in my teenage years, I didn't see myself as worthy. I really thought that I was a piece of crap. And that was the way that I let people treat me. Now I've been happily married for 20 years. I have a beautiful 19-year-old daughter who, to me, that's my greatest success. She is living her dream life, and she has so much confidence and does not let anybody treat her badly. She speaks up for herself, and she creates the life that she wants. And now I get to teach other teenage girls, and I'm working on teaching these principles in the elementary school levels. And also I'm a yoga instructor, as I told you about the mudras and the mantras, and using yoga has totally transformed my life. I've been able to heal myself through many, many issues. There's so many challenges that I have overcome that I just know that this works for anybody. I work with my clients. I work with so many incredible women who have these beliefs. And so this is what I wanted to get into with you. And I wanted to share that about me so that you could see. You look at me and you might see somebody who looks confident, who looks like she really has it together. And I am now, but it took a lot of work. It's taken me a lot of these exercises that I am teaching you were things that were taught to me that totally transformed my life. And I'm excited to help you to create your dream life and get out of your comfort zone. Because when you believe that this is all there is, and you don't give yourself a chance to dream bigger, you're not living what you came here to do. And see, I know in my heart that we are being guided, and that's why I want to talk to you about the inner critic and the inner teacher, and how to make yourself be aware of that inner critic, when that inner critic is coming through. You see, the inner critic is that voice that comes through that says, in a very harsh and mean way, you're not enough, you're not doing enough, you're not smart enough. That was one of my things that I had to overcome. One of the biggest things for me was I'm not enough. I'm not smart enough, not pretty enough, not easy. I don't learn well. I had to struggle with these beliefs through most of my childhood, my teen years, and into my 20s. And then I was introduced to a beautiful modality called the emotional freedom technique. And the emotional freedom technique is, you will call it, other people will call it tapping. And when you do your tapping, you will find that you are releasing stored negative experiences. Stuff will come up for you, and you'll start to notice how much lighter you feel. It's the same thing for me with yoga. When I do my yoga, I feel lighter. When I bring my hands to my heart and I quiet my mind, I quiet my thoughts, and I stop judging myself, and I stop listening to that voice that's telling me that I can't do it. I start to hear my inner teacher. I start to make friends with that inner wisdom, my inner wise self. We all have the inner critic and the inner wise self. So what I'm going to do today is give you a technique that has helped me very, very much. It helped me with so many different issues that came up for me. When I was publishing my first book, I was like, oh, who am I to write a book? I was horrible in English, and my 7th grade teacher told me that I wasn't smart enough to, that I didn't have writing abilities, and that my mind was too creative. It was a creative writing class, and she said that I was too creative. I believed her for a long time. And then I decided to take it a chance, take that leap of faith. That little inner voice was saying to me, there are people out there who can benefit from your story. And I learned how to tell my story with the golden nuggets so that I could speak from a place of changing those wounds into wisdom, changing my mess into my message, so that I could be who I came here to be and shine my light so that I could help others shine their light too. And that's what I'm here to do with you today. So what I want to talk to you about are the points. Now, these are different points in your body that are the meridians in our body that we store energy. And we're all energy. So one of the things that really helped me was to realize how powerful my energy is and what a powerful person I really am. And when I started to truly get that understanding, then I started to see how easy it is for me to create the kind of life that I want and to let go of the beliefs that were holding me back. So what I'm going to tap on today is a belief that I'm not enough. I'm not doing enough. And so what I want to do is talk you through the points. The first point is the top of the head. And then the second point is right between your eyes. The third point is the side of your eye. The next is under your eye, under your nose, under your chin, on your collarbone, under your arm, and then back up to the top of your head. And so what I like to do is use words that I feel have been really helpful for me, are to clear those thoughts and those beliefs that have been holding me back. And one of the biggest beliefs that has held me back, and has each time that I've tried to do something when I was stepping out of my comfort zone, I would hear that inner critic say, "Oh, who are you to do that?" Or, "Why do you think anybody wants to listen to you?" Or, "How can you possibly call yourself an expert?" Well, you are an expert. You see, you are an expert at the experiences that you experienced. And when you come through those experiences, you're a champion. I'm a champion. And now when I get to talk to teenage girls, and I get to talk to women who are in abusive relationships, women that are living, day to day in the heart of this, trying to get themselves out of a dangerous situation, I really empathize with them, even though I'm on the other side now. 20 years ago, I was that person. And now I get to be on this side, sharing what I've learned, so that hopefully it will help somebody. That's the reason I'm doing it. It's scary sometimes. I have to be perfectly honest. Every time that I do go in and I hear that inner critic, I hear her saying, "Why are you doing this? You don't have to do this. Nobody really cares what you have to say." But I think about, if somebody would have reached out to me, I would have cared. I would have listened. So I'm hoping that in some way this can help you. And I'm hoping that you know that you're never alone, that you can call on your angels and your helpers, and you can call on people that are around you, people that have been through what you've been through. And you can come out on the other side with so much love and so much light. And I'm really grateful for that. I thank the people who hurt me. I've finally come to a place where I'm so grateful for those experiences, because they forced me within. And they forced me into a place where nobody can take this away from me. Nobody can take this strength away from me. And nobody can beat it out of me. And nobody will ever. I came out of it. I live on the other side now. I live on the side where I get to show you how to get yourself out of those beliefs. Because truly, when we realize how powerful our thoughts are and our beliefs are, and we start to change them, we completely change our life. I have the most incredible husband that I've been married to for 20 years. He helped me learn how to love myself unconditionally. I have a beautiful daughter who gave me the most beautiful book for Mother's Day, just saying how much I gave her the adventure of life, and she's living her dream life, and how she, when she was 12 years old, made a vision board, and she's 19, and everything on that vision board that she made has come true. And now she's making her vision board for her 30, when she turns 30. She's 19. She's got big dreams. She's got a full scholarship at a fashion institute. She wants to have an eco-friendly clothing line, a fashion statement. She's always been very, very powerful in expressing herself. And I feel like, to me, that's the greatest success. And she knows all of these techniques, and she lives these techniques. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to just repeat with me. I want you to just follow along and repeat what I say. I might get emotional because it's very touching to me. These are very, very deep wounds that go back. But the best thing is to give it a voice. When you give a voice to what you're afraid of, and when you give a voice to what you think is giving you that negative self-worth, you start to release it, and you start to see that you do deserve a beautiful life. So let's see where we go with this, okay? So we're going to set up at the karate chop point, which is touching right here on the side of your hand. And you're going to just tap along with me. And as you tap, you can just repeat what I say after, or you can just quietly just go along and say it quietly to yourself. So even though I have this voice inside that tells me I'm not good enough, I deeply and completely love and accept myself and how I'm feeling. Even though I have this voice inside of me that tells me I'm not doing enough, I'm not smart enough, I deeply and completely love and accept myself and how I'm feeling. And I give myself permission to relax. Even though this voice inside of me tells me, who are you to even think of sharing what you know? Why do you even try? I deeply and completely love and accept myself and how I'm feeling. And I give myself space and permission to just relax. And then we're going to go to the right between the eyes, this feeling of overwhelm, side of the eye. I never get enough done. Under the eye. People are always upset with me. Under the nose. I feel so overwhelmed and frustrated. Under the chin. I get irritated easily, and I feel overwhelmed and like I can't do enough. Collarbone. These feelings of insecurity. What if I do it wrong? Under the arm. I don't know which way to go. I don't know which way to turn. Top of the head. Maybe I can see things differently. Maybe I can call on help. In between the eyes. This feeling of insecurity, I'm ready to let it go. Side of the eye. I can choose love. Under the eye. I can choose hope. Under the nose. I choose to listen to the voice that tells me I'm doing a great job. Under the chin. I choose to listen to the voice that says, we can do this. Collarbone. I choose to listen to my inner wise self. I choose to trust. I choose to allow. I choose to make myself okay. Under the arm. I am open to new possibilities. Top of the head. I am enough. I'm doing enough. And I am enough. And then just come back and just see how that feels. Come back feeling really like, wow, you saw how sad I was because what comes up is, that hope and that feeling of, wow, I can do this. And think about after that, bring your hands to your heart. Put your hands over your heart and say to yourself, I forgive you. I forgive you for not speaking up, for not being who you thought you should be. I forgive you for putting so much pressure on yourself. I forgive you, Karen. I forgive you and I love you. And I'm so excited about what we're going to do together. It's so important that you make yourself your own best friend. Take some time to go to the mirror in the morning when you're getting ready, brushing your teeth. When you're finished brushing your teeth, look yourself right in the eye. And just like Lisa Nichols says, there's 3 things that you can do in that mirror work that will totally transform your life. Say to yourself, I'm proud of you, that. And then list 5 things that you're proud of yourself. And then I forgive you for, and give yourself 5 things that you can forgive yourself for. And then the last one, I commit to you. I'll give you an example of what I do when I go into the mirror. My first thing that I say is, it's one of the hardest things for me, is that I'm proud of you, that you're going after what you want. I'm proud of you for helping other people see the magic inside of them by showing up. I'm proud of you for sharing this beautiful message with the animals, with the children. I'm proud of you for going out into the world and lighting everything up with your smile. I'm proud of you for going into the dark places with your light. And then I forgive you. I forgive you for not speaking up. I forgive you for not leaving. I forgive you for staying in a place where you knew that you were being treated like crap. I forgive you for not living your dream. And I forgive you for teaching people how to treat you like crap. And then I commit to you. I commit to you that I will always be there for you. I commit to you that you are an example of what's possible for everyone who hears your story. I commit to you that you be who you came here to be. I commit to you that you will speak your truth and you will share that wisdom. I commit to you that you live your dream life every day, every single day. Now I'm going to invite you on a journey. And this is a combination journey, which is neuro-linguistic programming. You see, in our brain, we've been programmed. And back when we were between 0 and 7 years old, we just were downloaded information. And that information, we didn't have a filter. So we didn't have a way to process it. So it all lives in the subconscious. So they've proven that about 95% of the things that we do are from our subconscious. So whenever we try something new and we're reaching out for something that is a little bit out of our comfort zone, we're actually going back into that place of our subconscious where we have all those limiting beliefs. And so this is something that I've been doing for a while. It's a beautiful meditation on how to have a conversation with your inner child. I do this on a regular basis. Whenever I'm stepping into something that feels uncomfortable, I do this meditation. I have a wonderful conversation with my inner child. And I encourage you, this is I'm recording this for you, so I encourage you to do this on a regular basis. You will see a huge difference in your life and in the way that you respond. So let me just give you, first of all, you never want to do these exercises when you're in a moving vehicle. You always want to give yourself the time to really focus on what you're doing. So what I want you to do is just resting your hands in that Gyan Mudra, like we did, touching the thumb to the index finger, and then resting your hands on your thighs. I invite you to close your eyes and take some nice slow breaths. Breathing in through the nose and slowly out through the mouth. Using your imagination, I want you to imagine that you are at a beautiful park and you can see all the children down below swinging on the swings, and the sky is blue and the clouds are beautiful and fluffy and the sun is bright and shiny. And you notice that going down into the park, there's a cobblestone stairwell. And you want to step down into that park, and you want to go down into the park. And as you start to walk over, raising one foot at a time, feeling the breeze on your face, you start to step down 10 stairs. As I count from 10 to 1, you're going to become more and more relaxed. Each step is going to take you to a place of peace and relaxation. 10, feeling so calm, so confident. 9, looking all around. 8, stepping on the steps. 7, feeling so at peace. 6, following your breath and following the steps. 5, looking all around at the children playing. 4, walking down those steps, feeling so courageous and excited. 3, feeling that energy dropping down, more and more calm. 2, watch your breath. And 1, feeling so at peace. 0, down in the park. See all the children playing around. Notice there's one child that is swinging on the swings. As you lock eyes with this child, you notice a familiarity, that you know that that person, that child, is somebody that you know. And as this person, this child, sees you, they jump off the swing and run and run and run and hide under a rock. And you begin to walk over to where that rock is. And you quietly speak to this child. I understand. I haven't been listening. I understand that you're afraid. But I'm here now, and I'm ready to listen. I'm ready to hear what you have to say. And this little child smiles and looks out, and feeling so joyful and peaceful, this little child runs up into your arms, and you hug this child, and you begin to walk over to a beautiful bench, and the child climbs up in your lap. And feel this child in your lap, caressing you, holding you, and whispering into your ear all the things that frighten, all the things that are holding you back. This child just listening to you and your fears is feeling so excited, feeling so acknowledged and heard. Your child says to you, "Thank you. Thank you so much for listening to me. I'm not afraid anymore. I feel safe. I feel like you'll listen to me. I feel like I can talk to you. I won't be afraid next time. Each time that we talk, I will be more and more confident." And this beautiful little child looks right in your eyes and says, "I love you. I forgive you. Thank you. I am safe." And this beautiful child merges in to your heart. Knowing now that you have the innocence and the fun of this beautiful child without the fear, you can really allow yourself to enjoy life. Feel this beautiful little child in your heart, ready to take on any adventures, and start to walk back up that beautiful cobblestone stairway. 1, feeling so powerful. 2, confident. 3, courageous. 4, strong. 5, excited. 6, oh so powerful. 7, empowered. 8, coming back, starting to open up your eyes. 9, feeling so inspired and 10, wide awake, ready to go out into the world and share your beautiful light and share your beautiful love with all the people who need it, all the animals. Spend time in nature. Feel the energy recharging you and give to yourself. Give yourself these few moments every day to have a conversation with your inner child, with that inner critic. That inner critic is that inner child. It's the one who's not being heard. It's the one that doesn't feel seen. It's that little girl for me who just wasn't enough. When my parents got divorced, I just kept believing that if I could have cleaned my room better, if I could have just been a better girl, if I could have got better grades, if I could have done anything, I could have done better. And that little girl pushes me to be perfect in every situation that came up, to the point that I wasn't allowing myself to live. I was terrified that I was going to do it wrong. And so I just wouldn't take any chances. And so I just wanted to share this with you. And I hope with all my heart and soul that it could help you. And if there's any way that I can help you, I also encourage you to sign up, to go to livingonpurposetv.org and sign up, because each week I interview incredible people who are living their life with passion and purpose. And they give action steps and they show you the beautiful map of what's possible. And they show you all their stumbling blocks. And they share with you how they turn those stumbling blocks into stepping stones. Just like I did with you today. I hope that you enjoyed this as much as I did. And I hope that many, many people will watch the recording and that you'll watch it over and over again and do the meditations, do the tapping, do the emotional freedom technique. Make up your own script. What is it that's holding you back? What is it that you're afraid of? Start to give it a voice and clear it out of you. You deserve a beautiful life. Let that be your most dominant belief. When I changed my belief to, I deserve a beautiful life, from I deserve this, my life transformed. And that's what I hope for you. Namaste. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.